I'm Rebecca Schmoe, House District 59.
And I'm Carrie Barth from Kansas House District 5. And we're here to talk to you about the law that we passed in 2023, which is the Fairness Women in Sports Bill.
When we very first were elected, and this was a known issue, and they had been trying to work on this in the Kansas House and Senate for years, we were able to come in at such a time where it was one of those things that when everything lines up and we are able to get a bill heard and passed, it's a wonderful thing, but unfortunately it had fallen a few votes short several times. And so when we came in, it just happened to be one of those windows of opportunity. And while we were talking about fairness in women's sports, we were also defining what a woman is, so that we can make sure that every state statute has instant clarification of what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man. That way, moving forward, our AG could make sure to be able to really tie in and defend fairness in women's sports. So when Representative Barth and I were able to come in that window of opportunity, when we were working on both of these things, it gave us the leverage that we needed to speak for our districts who were overwhelmingly asking us to stand up for them.
This was one of the number one reasons that both of us got elected at that time, is so that we could come in and vote for fairness in women's sports, which inevitably did pass. It was a huge accomplishment. We never thought this is something that we would need to stand up for rights of girls. As a former athlete myself, I can't imagine what these young women are going through with dealing with this. And since then, we have seen some more problems that have existed across the nation. I'm really also proud of here in Kansas. We have, well, actually it's Kansas City, the NAIA, which is a national program for colleges, and they unanimously voted this year to also have a fairness in women's sports in all of NAIA across the whole entire United States. And shortly thereafter is when we saw President Biden and his administration try to change the Title IX protections that were originally put into place to protect women's sports, to give women an opportunity to also represent in sports. And luckily we've had an Attorney General who has also fought for those rights. And us on the back end are continually supporting those, and even the NAIA, I've had calls with them to help support them on, now that we have this as a current law and we have this in the NAIA, how do we then make sure that we are following the law properly? And so we are super excited that we have this, and we continue to support that, and hopefully the problems will eventually go away and not have to deal with it. But we also need to get the NCAA now to take action.
Absolutely. It is high priority for not only Representative Barth and I, but it is high priority for the Republicans to be able to make sure, and this is all the way down the ticket, when you walk into the voting booth, when you look at that R next to their name, it is imperative. It is part of the culture of who we are to protect women. So thank you for making sure that you show us the support that we need to be able to go to Topeka and get your work done.